Can everybody hear me? Somebody give me a yes for volume and yes for video. Make sure I got everything hooked back up right because Landon stole my stuff. And then we'll go on with the show. Audio, video, good. All right. Yes. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning show, Rise and Shine, on our normal day, but 30 minutes later because I was running behind, and I knew I was going to be running behind, and yep, I had to take Landon to work this morning, and I had just been running backwards ever since. So, yeah. So, you guys, I have been sick for 4 days. Like, yuck, sick, stomach bug, something. I didn't even get to go work Friday. Yeah. I had to call in. Yeah, that sucked. But welcome to the Aquatic Morning Show, everybody. Where the Aquarius go to be in the know on your Aquatic Morning Show. Don't y'all just miss hearing that? I know you do. I know you do. I know you do. Let's see. Eduardo, he said I made it in first. What, I win? Yeah, you win. Nothing, but you win. It's the belly. Good morning. 3G, good morning. Greg, then an aquarium guy. British Doss, good morning. Miss Lori, good morning. Oh, hey, did you name, what? I forgot. Did you name her Jessie? Your axolotl, what'd you name her? I think that's what you said you told me. I think that's what you said. You said you named her. I don't remember. Mystery Snow Guardians, good morning. Jennifer Weaver, good morning. The No Aquarium Guy, Bigfoot Fish Tanks. Ian, hey, good morning. Miss Debbie. Debbie's Aqua Pets. The way that it is spelled, it throws me off. Debbie's Aquatic Pets. You're sick too? You got a sinus infection? Oh, I'm so sorry. It sucks. Like, I had a stomach bug, and Lennon had it a few days prior, and then, you know, it never fails. If Lennon's gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, and it's just, you know, how it goes. Kids get sick, mama gets it after that, right? Jenna P, good morning. Wait, is it Jenna's birthday? Really? Jenna, is it your birthday? Hold up. You know how I know how I'm gonna check? I'm gonna go check. Fish fam darling. Fish fam darling. Are you working today, Jenna? You shouldn't be. Wait, who else is live? Catfish Terry is live, right? Nope, Father Fish is live too. Who knows when that man ever goes live? But this is my normal time, so. It is Jenna P's birthday. Well, Jenna, guess what? You get the awful happy birthday song from the Aquatic Morning Show because I haven't changed it yet. Happy birthday, Jenna.
Happy birthday to you. It's your day. Don't throw it away. I've come to celebrate in a big way. Another year, so come on and cheer. It's the birthday last frontier. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. We're having a good time, making me feel fine. I wish the day would never come to an end. So come on and party, and one day you will see that it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday
And she did. She named the axolotl Jessie. That's so cute. It fits her. Oh, it so fits her. Pile Aquatics, Crown Tail, Half Moon. Eduardo, are you working today? Vanoski Fish Kodo. Hello, good morning. Y'all, I can't find my glasses either, so things are a little blurry. Whoops, world, what's up? I've got like 3 of them around here, and I can't find any of them. Isn't that about how it goes, though? You're off this week? What are you doing right now? What are you doing right now, Eduardo? I miss you. No, that's not what I want. What I want. Mm. She's got a toy bigger than she is playing with. Hey, if anybody can get a hold of Miss Mary Page, her mail is coming back to me, and I need I guess a good address. I hate I hate to spend this money again because these things are expensive to send off. But somebody could get me a good address for her, that would be great. Watching me, woman. Do you want to join me, Eduardo? I would love for you to join me up here. I'm by myself if y'all haven't noticed. Thank you, Lori. Thank you. Because, yeah, I was hoping to be able to send everything off prior to Christmas that I've got that needs to be sent off. I got some that need to be sent off. But I don't get paid until the 15th of next month, y'all. How do you want me to send it? Email? Or Facebook? I'll send an email. Well, I'm already sending an email, so. You know what? I'll just do this. Well, no, I'm already doing it that way. I'll just go ahead and do it. Here you go. There it is. There it is. It's on its way. Refresh. Aqua Garden Zen Whips World. Why? You want to join me too, Whip? You can join me too, Whip. There you go. How about that? Y'all, I was able to find my right StreamYard. And so apparently originally there was one set up under my personal account, my personal email. But when I was on, I don't know, it was really weird. But I'm just glad I found it, right? Because, yeah, you're working. Okay. Well, darn. So, has anybody ever used Maricin on their saltwater tank to take care of cyanobacteria? Anybody? Anybody? Because I think that's what I'm fixing to do. Either that or I'm going to buy Chemi Cleanse, whatever. Because I think that's what it is. I think it's cyanobacteria. But see, I don't want to kill everything else in there, like any other bacteria. So the Chemi Clean is supposed to just take care of the cyanobacteria and not everything else, like the Maricin would. But I've got Maricin. Never used meds. Nature's in your house. Aqua Garden, you haven't either. You will not use chemicals in your reef. Well, yep, I'll be streaming Whip as long as I'm not sick. Ian, I know my phosphates are out of this world. They stay that way. I even put phosphate pads in there, like a bunch of them, to try and bring down the phosphates. I don't know. I don't do enough water changes on it, that's for sure. Just content Gina. Oh. Well, I mean, like, don't get sick. Fenbendazole, well, it's not a, I don't think fenbendazole will take care of cyanobacteria, though. I know that it will. I mean, I know that Maricin will take care of cyanobacteria in fresh water, and I'm pretty sure it will. But I guess I don't have enough to do it anyway. But I've got Maricin too, but that's not for. It says freshwater and saltwater. What does your source water have? Well, I don't know. Ian, I mean, I use RO. Like me and my friend that lives down the road, that's a biologist, ichthyologist. He, he's been trying to help me with it. I've tested it, Ian. The problem is I am tired of messing with it. That's the problem. I'm tired of trying to get the damn phosphates down and tired of dealing with all of this to put towards the medication fund. Hey, Whip, guess what we have today? Guess what we have today? Yeah, thank you, Whip. Thank you so much. Have I loaded or looked at YouTube video? Yeah, I have. Aqua Garden's in, and I mean, they say you can do that. But the Chemi Clean is supposed to like be, from what I have seen on YouTube, is that if they use any kind of chemical to get rid of it, that's what they use, is the Chemi Clean, which is not expensive. It's like 20 with shipping. It's $20, and I can get it in 2 days. Well, I would have been able to get it by Wednesday if I ordered it yesterday, but I probably can't get it now until Friday because of Thanksgiving. But yeah, no. Silver Creek, what's up? Good morning. I get to say good morning. Watching and playing a board game with the kiddos. Oh, how fun. Have I tried GFO? No. Ian, what is GFO? You know what? I think I did hear them talking about it. GFO. Which, oh, what was that? What is that? Gluten free. No. What just happened here? Wait. Ugh. I am so sick of stuff coming out of my PayPal account, y'all. I think I'm going to have to shut it down for a little while. Phosphate removal media. Oh, I do remember seeing that powder stuff. No, right, Whip. It just feels right. It feels weird when I have to say good afternoon. I just say good morning anyway. GFO is something that soaks up phosphates at a huge rate. Research how to use it. Does Petco have it? Petco or PetSmart have it? We'll see. PetSmart wouldn't have it because they don't do saltwater, but Petco might. I know it says that you have to be really careful with it, and they say underdose it if you're going to use it, because it can get if it's overdosed, it can be really bad. Let's see. Dang, Eduardo. I sent you the link to come up with me and you just disappear completely. Wow, they got some cat house things on here that are like towers. It's like what my sister needs. What would that be under? That would be under what? I mean, you would think it'd be under GFO, but I guess it didn't. Go under Aquarium, I guess. Do something better than that. Well, I hear something. I hear something. I hear an Eduardo. Hi, what's up?
Hello. Can you hear me?
You work too much.
Yes, we do. You can hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you good. I can hear a little bit of me in the background, but
Right. Let me lower the volume on the other phone.
That's just because I'm so loud. Oh, we got somebody else too. Look, y'all, we got Victoria too. What's up, girl?
Hey, I've missed you guys so much. I'll be on camera in a
Hello,
sec.
everyone. Good morning.
Good morning, Ed.
So, saltwater tank and this GFO stuff. What do y'all think? What do you think, Eduardo?
What's the GOC? Well, I missed something. I was outside doing some stuff real quick. And I got new earbuds in.
GFO, which is it's some kind of phosphate remover, which is what I need because my saltwater tank, it just booms with phosphates.
Oh, nice.
And
nice.
So now it's got bacteria.
Hey.
And I'm sick of it. And so I'm at that. I kind of like my other tanks with the guppies that are sick. I'm about over the edge with it. You know, I'm tired of sitting there. Now Joe thinks it's pretty. He thinks that rust color on the sand is pretty. And I'm like, no, it's not. No, it's not. And it's killing my snails. It's killing my snails. They're granular ferric oxide. Granular ferric oxide. Let's see.
All right, let me go there. You're on the show. Okay, cool.
GRANLUAR. Right. Is that something that Petco would carry? I wonder.
All right, Jess, give me a second. I'm going to share the stream on my Facebook real quick, and then I'll get on.
Okay.
So how you been holding up, Jess?
Well, the last 4 days have sucked.
Why? What's up?
Oh, I was sick as a dog the last 4 days. That's why y'all haven't seen me on YouTube anywhere. Like, I couldn't get out of my recliner. My stomach burned so bad.
Oh, God. Like heartburn?
No. Like, emptied my stomach, and then anything going in it just burned. Bad. Did I see your comment above? No, I didn't, but I will go look.
All right, give me 1 second. I got to close out to be able to share this.
All right.
And then I'll come back.
Okay. Wait, how far back
Petco
is it?
has Kent's marine phosphate, I think is what she's saying. Sponge remover.
Wait, say that again?
Petco has Kent's marine phosphate sponge remover, I think is her comment.
Why am I not seeing it?
It's not that far up.
Well, I mean, I see where she said that, Jess, did you see my comment?
Right above that. It's right above that. Petco has Kent's marine phosphate sponge remover, I think is her comment. Yep, that's it, Eduardo. Yep.
I see where she says, Silver Creek, good morning.
Way before, after that.
And then the next thing that I see is, Jess, did you see my comment? That is weird.
All right. Well, she said Petco has Kent's marine phosphate sponge remover. I think you were talking about for the salt water.
Yeah, it's phosphates that I'm trying to get rid of.
Yep. Petco has it.
Okay.
Yep. And it's called Kent's, KENT''S marine phosphate sponge remover.
Ian said go to Bulk Reef Supply and get.
That could be another one. Yeah.
Well, hey
Check
Jeremy, I'm not in Top Chat. I'm on StreamYard side.
Right.
And I do think sometimes that we don't get all of the. I do think we miss that. Not everything is here. Yeah, I don't know why, but now I can go to YouTube. I can pull it up, my chat up on YouTube. In fact, I guess I probably should. That way, if I see anything else.
Well, if I see it, I'll tell you anyway, because I have YouTube on.
There we go.
I have YouTube on mute, but I'm looking at the chat on YouTube.
Right. So
because I have you on 3 screens. I literally have
oh God, I wish I had 3 screens. I'm so jealous. I'm literally working on my tripod right now, trying to advertise.
Hi, me.
I have you on this screen, and I also had you on the phone. Oh,
right.
Patty just sent me a message.
I used my phone as my camera because this one died. I really need to try it again and see if it, that day that I did the last members only stream I did, which I will do one this year. I mean, this week. We will have a members only this week, but I need to try it again and see if it dried out completely, because I might have to plug it in, but it would come on, but when I and everything would work except for the camera still had a lot of what do you call it, water on it.
Great.
So everything's got water on it over here.
All right. And Jeremy with his comments. Good morning, Jeremy.
Good morning,
Dennis Christensen came in.
Who did?
Dennis Christensen.
Dennis. So don't use Marison.
Why
Okay.
not? What happened? What did I miss?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to get the phosphates out of my
Mhm.
saltwater tank now. I'm done with trying to do it the natural way. And I know that sounds bad. And if
Uh-huh.
you have patience, do it the right way. But I'm out. My patience is here.
You're fresh out of flux.
Yeah, I'm fresh out. And so if I don't do something, if I don't try it chemically now, I'm gonna quit it. I'm not gonna have it anymore. I'm gonna do it. I'm turning it into a discus tank.
She's not even
But
gonna hit it and quit it. She's just gonna quit it.
Yep.
but what's
Yep.
the issue you're having, Jesse?
It's I
High
have too many.
phosphates?
Yeah, I have
I
too
don't
many
speak
phosphates,
saltwater.
and it's been. I did it, but I didn't know that I did it. I put a whole bunch of new rock in it. Over a year ago now, and it still has it's still producing too many phosphates, and I don't do enough water changes on it as I should, but I don't have a lot of um I don't have a lot of stuff in it. I've got 2 clownfish, 3 damsels, um a what are those feather worms things, and an anemone, and I think a green star polyp, and my pink pom pom polyp that are an anemone is trying to come back, but it just figure out. I know where the phosphate's coming from, and I cut down on my feeding, but Ian, it's killing my every time
Sorry, guys. I literally have to do this right now.
what
What I'm doing. Sorry. I'm listening, but I'm doing this.
yeah, it's killing my every time I buy the snails to help keep it clean, it's killing
Yeah.
them, and
Yep.
then that contributes to every other crap going on, and I'm just done. I'm getting to the water changes about every other week. I was trying
Jess,
to
I
do
would
it
be dumb too.
but it's a
That
40.
sounds annoying.
It's a 40. Well, okay. In all actuality, it's probably a 30-gallon, because of sand and rock and everything with a sump. And the sump is only like 2 gallons, but still, that's still 30 gallons. And it doesn't have a lot of stuff in it, so I don't see how the phosphates from feeding could go up that fast. I mean, I just don't. It's not there. I just don't see it. And this should be a season. Well, it's over a year old. It's almost 2 years old, and I'm still having these major issues.
Well, Ritesh, hello, and Spaghetti Nona is in, and
Staring Nana.
Two School for Schoolie is coming. Good morning. Good morning. Yep.
We're still really low on people this morning compared to what I thought we would have on a holiday week.
Well, considering that our
Wait, it's a
schedules
holiday
have been
week. I didn't even know.
fluctuating,
Yeah,
the schedule's fluctuating, and actually,
True.
I was talking to Dee
True.
today,
yeah,
and on the schedule it had 3:30, not 10:30.
yeah. Well, I don't know why it had that, because I have said since that during Thanksgiving I would go back to normal time because I wouldn't be
Right, I
working.
remember that. But and Barbara, good morning, Barbara. She just showed in.
Oh, hey. And then on Mondays also I don't stream at 3:30 because of What's Your Plants.
Yep.
So that was an accident, I guess. I didn't put it on there, but I don't know how. Well, thank you, Jenna. Yeah, this week I'll be normal, and we will have have I know
define normal. I always say it. If someone says that,
There's
good
none of that
morning,
over
Grant.
Jenna,
Shelby
it's supposed to
just
be
popped
9.
in.
It'll be
Shelby
9.
just came in. Cool.
I
Hello,
just
Shelby.
messed up this morning and I was late, so I went ahead and set it at 9:30. But yeah, normal time is 9.
I like 9, so it's more doable for me. Way more doable.
9:30.
Yeah, it's crazy because you would think the afternoon would work better, right?
Right.
But I'm glad to be here. I miss you guys so freaking much.
I
I hated
know.
this. I missed the entire week, literally.
I know. I mean, it works for some people for it to be in the evening, but it just doesn't feel right with it being in the evening
I
because
felt
then
like
there's
someone
nothing in
brought.
the morning.
Jess,
Yeah.
Jen is asking, what time is the members only on Wednesday?
Um,
Are we doing 11 or 12?
no, don't know. I think normally 11, right?
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 11. It's supposed to be right after Joe's Shrimp Shack, but I don't even know if he's streaming. So,
Correct.
but yeah,
When does he stream again? On Wednesday?
yeah.
Wednesdays,
Normally
yeah.
he was going on Wednesdays, but I'm not sure what he's doing. Shelby, what's up?
I am so bad at catching anybody else's stream but yours. I don't know if you've noticed that.
Well, thank you.
You are so lucky. You're like the only one I catch always.
Oh,
And
I
I
love
can't. And I can't catch. I catch some of it.
yeah.
But I'm literally every day of the week. I'm covering for another teacher during my planning, which is the time that you're on. And
Yeah.
I'm like, ah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I gotta.
And the weird thing is, even when I'm subbing, I can listen, but I can't say anything. I can't.
Correct.
I can't. I
Yep.
can't type. I can't talk. I can't do anything, but I can listen because I do keep an earpiece in, a headphone in, but I can't, and that's all I can do. So
The funny thing is, you're over here subbing, and I was listening to you. I think you were with Steven, and you were talking about that they have you here, they have you there. You're like a district sub, and they're shipping you everywhere. And it's like, that is so difficult.
yeah,
Because you don't get, you were talking about, I can't control something about, they just kept screaming or whatever.
yes,
I'm like, you need to contact me so I can give you what they call class management courses.
yeah,
And how to get the students to pay attention, because one of the things that is so difficult is when you're subbing, the kids is like, free day. No, it's not free day.
Right.
You got to walk in, say, listen, this is what the teacher has said. This is what you have to do. This is the rules and regulations of how I run my class. And then they'll get used to you. And every time you sub, it's a little bit different. But when they have you, you have 1 day here, 2 days over there, 1 day over here. It's horrible.
It is. I mean, I know I do. Okay. So I do like going to the different schools. And I do not like, I don't know how to say this the way that it sounds right, but I would prefer not to do anything under like third grade, even though the third graders and below act better, but they're real clingy and
they're very clingy.
And it's not that I don't like a hug every now and then, because I am a big hugger, but because of COVID, I am very like, don't touch me, especially the little ones. And I know that sounds horrible, but and I don't not like little kids. I do, but it's just when I can see dried snot on their face, I have a big problem with that. I'm like grossed out beyond grossed out.
Right.
And
so you're doing elementary. So you got kinder through 5th grade.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you got to me, third grade, 4th grade, 5th grade are awesome. But second, first, and kinder, love them. Yeah. But they're always asking for the attention, and they like to get real close. Yeah. And I got 6, 7, and this year I got 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And it's sort of like they're still babies, but they're trying to, they're getting into the teenage age, and it's like, it's distance. I line them up outside of my classroom. They don't just walk in. So they line up outside. And
just trying to boost my immune system. That's probably why I was sick for the last 4 days.
Yep. So, but it is, we got to be careful. And sometimes when they get close to me, I'm like, my room is really huge. Yeah. So I'm kind of at a distance, and I always stand outside when they're coming in, because at least in middle school, they switch classes. In elementary, you have them the whole day, the same group a whole day. Right. Or maybe they switch, but it's the whole group together. Yeah. And they're sort of kind of clingy. And with COVID, you got to be careful. especially if you're not vaccinated and got all that stuff going. You got to wear a mask. Do it.
Yeah.
And I have kids wearing masks.
I do too.
With COVID. They're coming to school with COVID wearing a mask.
Well,
so you got to be extra careful.
There's at least 2 kids in this school that I was subbing at this past week, and they wore a mask, but they didn't have COVID. They just wore a mask. They're I don't know why exactly.
Could be protectiveness. Somebody at home may have it or stuff like that. The interesting thing is, in middle school, the ones that I have, we have a policy here at Collier County where you cannot chew gum in school because of all of the sticking them under the table. Somebody can touch it and spread whatever. So at the school we have a policy. Yeah, at school we have a policy that you're not supposed to be chewing gum either in school. So, and in my classroom, I have a policy, especially in my drama class and my level ELLs, they have to speak. And the last thing you want them to do is speak with gum in their mouth. So you have no gum in my class. So 3 different rules in the class, and they're wearing a mask and you can't tell if they're chewing gum. So they're wearing a mask so that they can chew gum and hide their faces.
My God, that's brilliant, but horrible.
Yeah, they're smart.
They always find a way.
They try. They try. So in my
class, don't forget the day was us at one point. We were there.
And I was that ELL student, so I know. But the thing is that I said, okay, so I'm tired of, hey, throw your gum out. Now I write them up every time they have gum. But now I said this week, if you're caught with gum in the class, everybody in the classroom will lose candy privilege because they can eat stuff. Like they can have a nacho and they like the Takis, hot Taki stuff.
Yeah,
I love that
right.
stuff.
Isn't that funny?
And they ask
like
permission. Yes. So now, and I give candy out in the classroom. Like if they win a prize, go get a candy. So now I said, if anyone's caught chewing gum, the class will lose the privilege of eating in the classroom. Girl, everybody threw their gum out, including the mask wearers. And it was like, and then I have a brother and sister. I have 2 brothers and sisters, and the sister's always chewing gum, and the brother's always chewing gum. He's wearing a mask. She's not. And literally, she's like, throw your gum out, Eric. Eric, throw your gum out. And his name is Eric. And so I'm like, okay, there we go. Now no one's chewing gum. So again, classroom management, it's not about you. These are privileges. You will lose your privileges if you don't follow the classroom constitution, which is what I call my classroom rules. There's the classroom constitutions, which they voted on. They voted on accept or deny, and then they can add their own. One of the students back in August said, can we have lunch with you? Can we have lunch with you? One of the little things they said, can we have lunch with you as a prize if they win? And I was like, sure. And the thing is that they added to it. They're like, we can have lunch, but I have to buy the lunch and it has to be Asian cuisine. So every month I have a boy and a girl get to have lunch with me, Asian cuisine. They deliver. So it's like, oh my God.
That is so cute.
But the thing is, it's I don't know if you know what ELL means.
Teacher. I would have loved to have you as a teacher.
Well, as an ELL teacher, which is level 1, I have students who a student just came in from Madrid, no English. I have students from Haiti, student from Cuba, South America, Mexico, and they're all level 1, meaning they don't speak English at all. They're in the ESOL program. That's where they hired me for. That's my expertise. So it's sort of kind of like a whole. Oh, I lost both women on stage on the screen. You know,
I'm here. Guys? I'm filling up a bucket. You're very interesting right now. I can relate to a lot of this because I was actually in ESL. My first language is Spanish. So I was in ESL all through middle school.
Yep, and that's where I'm at. I'm in middle school, so it's sort of kind of like I've already my job. This is what they call a shelter course. I'm the only one in the sort of kind of in the district that has it, and so I go through a lot of students, and my objective is to get them out of level 1 and to get them to speak English, write English, understand English really, really quick, and then move them to another class. So I've already removed 40 students. So I have 51 students, and I've already gotten 40 out. So it's a
You're
process.
active and you care. And that's something that we lack a lot of in our school, you know?
Yep.
It helps.
And
it really does help.
And then I have the yearbook. I have drama. I have 2 drama classes, and I have to do that. I'm working after school with the yearbook, and my time has been literally cut to nothing. And of course, now with the time change, I get home like on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday and Thursday, I get home like 7:30 because I'm an hour and a half away from work. So it's a 3-hour drive back and forth. So I leave at 5:30 in the morning. It's black outside. I come home. It's dark outside. I don't want to say black. It's dark outside. So and I live in the Bumbleflunks in Lehigh. But I love the school. I love it. It is just so cool. Saying that discipline with actual consequences that you follow through. Yes, it does. The thing is, once you have a rapport with your students, first of all, I allow them to create their own rules in August. There's 10. It's a constitution. I don't call it rules. It's a classroom constitution. They have to sign it once we've established it. I put 5 rules, 5 on the constitution. And then you got to do homework, you got to do this, classroom stuff. And then they'll add their little 5. Like one of them is, can we eat in the classroom? And I said, yes, you can eat in the classroom, but you cannot chew gum. Candy, Takis, all that kind of stuff. No, I don't have an issue with them eating. Number 1, it helps. They could munch on something. And I said, and if you're bringing Takis, bring the big bag so that you can share with people on your table. So they're like, they'll ask permission. And me, who's asking? I'm from Puerto Rico. I was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
Me too.
So yeah, we got a Puerto Rican stash up here today. So it's sort of kind of like
you said a stash.
Yeah. The thing is, I was just like you, Victoria. When I got here, when I was young, I didn't know English. So I was an ESOL student forever. And I hated
it. Eduardo, I don't know how you felt, but I hated it. I felt embarrassed to be an ESL, but I had to.
No, I was look at my personality. It is
very outgoing, very confident.
I was always out there. I don't care if I said when I'm learning. The thing is that I have my master's is in ESOL. So when I started teaching in Puerto Rico. So I barely spoke the language properly in Puerto Rico in Spanish. So I was like, and I started teaching drama. So go figure all the errors I was saying in Spanish. The kids loved it. I got a gringo as a teacher. And so here in Florida, we have a lot of out of country students that come to Florida, Madrid, Venezuela, Colombia, a lot of from South America, Mexico, and they're brand new to the country. So they don't know nothing. And some of them, because of, the malware we've had for the past 2.5 years, they didn't even go to school. So I'm literally, Victoria, teaching them the ABCs in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade in order for them to understand phonetics. And I had to work with phonetics, and I have to work with visualization, and I got to show them the picture and they'll know it in Spanish. And I said, we have to translate. And luckily we have, we work with Word, and they can translate the word. And I know this is funny, it's a fish show and we're talking about school, but I encourage people to never deny anyone who has a second language acquisition impediment to, belittle them, because America is a melting pot of languages as well. And then the thing is, Jesse, you being in the classroom and seeing the frustration, I trained over 500 new teachers this year, ongoing first year teachers with the district. That's why my time has been so consumed. And at the same time, I was asked to go to this particular school for this particular program. So it's kind of like I love what I'm doing, and I still got my drama. I still got my drama students,
Yeah.
and it's all this mishmash. And I don't speak Creole, but I understand Creole,
Yeah.
and it's sort of like I'm learning this and I'm learning that. Oh, and I taught them a new word. Here's a good one. Victoria, Tachi.
Yeah, I'm right here.
No, Tachi.
Hey, Eduardo, can I mention
Yes.
something really quick?
Yeah.
What? What I missed? What I missed?
Tachi.
What does Tachi mean?
It's a cute word to say because we're not allowed to say shut up in class. So I came up with Tachi, and it's
Tachi.
a foreign word, Tachi, Tace, and it means shut up in I don't know what language. And I was like, Tachi. And they look at me like, what the hell? It's like, you got to learn English, so I'm teaching you another language as well. And it creates this connection. I have a student from Moldavia. I have students from...
I don't even know where that is, Moldavia.
It's over there somewhere in Europe or next to Russia or something like that.
He said Moldavia.
To cállate, which is shut up in Spanish. Is Jenna. So it's sort of kind of like we're not, we're trying to be positive image. And I do this a lot. And here's a good one for you, Jesse, so you can do this in class. Do it in addition. 1 + 1 is 2. 1 + 2 is 4. 1 + 3 is 5. 1 + 3 is 4. 1 + 4 is 5. 1 + 5 is 6. 1 + 6 is 7. You do all the way to 10. And then, and you leave it on the board. Don't say nothing. And then all of a sudden you get students say, oh, Mr. O, yeah, you got 1 + 2 is 3, not 4. And one of them will open their mouth. And I was like, funny how you went to the negative side, but yet from 1 through 10, I got 9 right, and you went and picked the one that I got wrong. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the kids are like, oh, shit. I'm sorry. I mean, ship with a P. And, and then all of a sudden, you have their attention. And it's a positive way of turning your class from Tachi to they're listening to whatever you have to teach.
Right. Victoria, what were you going to say?
Yes.
Oh, no, I just remember going to school in Puerto Rico, and they always made us, I don't know if this is still a thing, but they made us write in cursive all the time. Always. If you wrote in print, you would get enough. They wouldn't even give the paper. Yeah.
Interesting.
So I'm really, really good in cursive, and it's natural to me. And when I came to school out here in the States, it was just so weird. I was like, what is this? Everybody was writing in print, and writing in print is frowned upon out there. So, yeah.
Right. One of the things that the issues that I'm having, is students are coming into the classroom, my students in particular.
Dorothy X.
Because of,
hello.
Yes. We have Dorothy. So we have a lot of students that are from outside of our language barriers. They're not English speaking students, well, especially mine. So the issue that we're having as English teachers is because they're 6th graders and 2.5 years of the malware, they were not in school. They didn't learn how to write. We don't force handwriting. So we're having a lot of issues with cursive.
Landon can't write in cursive.
The writing language is horrible. But we literally, as educators, have to stop expectations, having them up here, and go to where the student are and bring them up. And there's where the positiveness comes in. It's not about the frustration of the teacher, but it's the frustration of the child. They don't understand. So it's sort of like we're starting a new aquarium. Right. Literally, Jesse, you're having an issue with your saltwater aquarium and you're frustrated, yet Ian is in the stream. We got a couple of people who do saltwater. He's asking the question, where's your phosphates growing? You got to do that. It's all a learning process and a relearning process. Because even though, like you said, you have this is a mature tank, it shouldn't have these issues. And we're I don't want to say experts, but experience in our
Right.
fish world, and we're
Right.
still frustrated. So
Right.
use that.
Yeah.
I do use what I'm learning, because failure is only a step to learning something new, and appreciating, because without
Lean
failure you
on
don't
me
have success. So
Yes,
when
yes, yes.
you're not strong.
I really like that, Eduardo. That's how I see it. Every time I fail, I'm like, I just learned. I just
yeah,
learned so much.
Right. Real quick, you guys, let me throw in here. It's like almost an hour into it, but that's okay because I need to do coffee cup sponsors because I haven't done that in a while. So I'm gonna do that real quick, okay? Okay.
Let's
Coffee cup
go.
sponsors, everybody.
cool. We're going on mute.
I'm gonna get to sit down now.
Okay. I know you guys want to go out. Come on. Go do your thing. Hey, glad you're here. The coffee's almost ready. Come on. Internet, Mr. Snowbonians. Thanks for making these clips for me to use in this video. There's always more room around the table for another friend to have a cup of coffee. If you want to join us, send an email to the aquaticmorningshow@gmail.com. Grab a cup, set a spell.
All right. I tell you what. Why not? What you want to hear today? What song y'all want to listen to today?
Jess, you got Brian singing all these songs.
Aw.
I'm not kidding. I caught him the other day. He's like, I had that one song from the Aquatic Morning Show in my head. And I'm like, which one? He's like, the Stephen P. one. Yeah, he's not here today.
Oh, is he out working?
Yeah. Oh my
Good
God.
morning,
this
Ben.
has arrived, and we're both like, we rarely see each other. It's horrible.
That's how
but
me and Joe are right now. Since when I'm working, I
I
leave.
knew that.
He's going to bed, and then when I get home, he's either already left for work or.
I'm not okay with this. I don't like it.
Mm-mm.
I'm not used to it. I don't like it. I just, yeah.
Right.
Not it.
Good morning, Dee Dee. Dee Dee just walked in. So did Ben.
Good morning, Dee Dee.
What's up, you guys?
I
Well,
haven't
Dee Dee's
seen
been
anyone in
here.
so long. I feel like I've been a caged bird.
Caged
Come here,
bird.
Tiffany. Come on. Come on, baby.
Let's see.
Let's have a Lunchable.
A Lunchable.
Girl.
You know which one we haven't heard in a while, Jesse? I
What?
haven't seen the snail song.
Which one? The
The one that really cool snail song that
okay.
Annette did, Jeanette,
Yeah.
Steven, Jenna, and Bex.
Okay.
That was a good one. I love that song.
It is a really, really good one.
Good
Alrighty.
morning, John McKenzie. Nice.
Good morning, John McKenzie. Don't get to see you much. Let's see.
Did we say hello to Jennifer Weaver? Hey, Jennifer Weaver. Sister says hi. Oh, by the way, Jenna, before you put that up, Jess, I still believe that you share my sister's birthday today. So happy birthday to you and my sister.
Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Yep. So Jenna and my sis have birthdays today.
Well, happy birthday to the both of you.
Yeah, she'll be watching this later after she gets out of work, by the way. She's been
All
watching every morning.
Aw.
She lurks.
All right.
So, yep.
Well, we'll give her a happy birthday song in a little bit. Right now, we're going to do our mid-morning break, you guys, which is, about 30 minutes off the beaten path, but that's okay because we started 30 minutes late.
It's already 11. We've already on an hour?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Already on for an hour. That's right. All right, everybody. Let's hear some good music. Right here. Mystery Snail Guardians. Official snail video.
That's the one. Yep.
Hiding in my shell, all I need is a guardian. Looking through the glass, my armor is scarred again. Facing all life's mysteries, I will survive and thrive. More than just a snail, I'll prevail. I'm not just for cleaning up your mess. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a snail. These are my shell, wish to be dispelled. I am more than just a pet. I'm the snail you can't forget.
We're in need of a guardian with the key to the water that's got the golden parameters full of calcium carbonate. But to get to the heart of it, this is only a small part. Our lyrics were designed to help you snail it from the start. Don't treat us like janitors, poor nutrition won't manage us. All those amateurs thinking that these conditions won't damage us. Bringing up the heat so we breathe like carousels. It's an endless wave, another clutch of jade. She'll be parasailing to her grave. Purple or magenta, black or brown, we breathe and true. But none of that matters if we're battered down and feeling blue. We die if we dry like chestnuts roasting on an open fire. So keep that lid on tight to save us from our own desire. Looking up at you as our guardian in that ivory tower, imparting your knowledge and giving with that unbridled power. You decide and guide if we'll survive and surely thrive, or am I just another snail trying to stay alive?
I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a snail. I am a
Snailed it.
Wait.
Hi, Fish Fam. Are you struggling to gain new subs or followers? Would professional graphics, captions, and ads help you to sell more products? Perhaps you need a marketing strategy that works for your business that is also cost-effective. You're not alone. Millions of businesses across the world struggle with this problem. Good marketing plans, poorly executed, cost businesses billions in lost revenue each year. What is the solution? The Social Media Lady, a digital marketing agency. This team of seasoned marketing professionals works with your small business to plan and deliver a solid blueprint to drive more traffic to your website, YouTube channel, and social media. You can check out our work right here at the Aquatic Morning Show, as we currently provide their social media marketing as well as a majority of their graphic design services. When you decide you're ready to level up, schedule your free consultation at thesocialmedialady.com/fishnews.
I'm down here. Okay. Hang on, y'all. I realized I have got.
Yeah, you're right. You're on the floor.
Yeah, I'm on the floor. I realized I didn't have air going in this tank. I don't know how long it hasn't had water going in this tank. So now I gotta see if I got live fish or not.
I brought my puffer painting. It's not finished, but.
Okay, bed is alive.
Wait, what?
The bed is alive. What about where are the?
Wait, Eduardo, did you pick up on what's going on? What's going on over there?
The hill stream lurches. I have a tank that just realized the water wasn't on. I mean, the air wasn't on. It's got a bed in it, but it's also got a bunch of hill stream loaches in it, and the bed is all right. He's cold. I don't have a heater in that tank. Oh shit. Okay. Ugh, that's what I'm doing today anyway. I'm doing tank maintenance.
I usually do it on Friday, but I was running behind.
Heaters and tank.
Dude, I was actually doing classes here at the house. Aquascaping lessons this weekend.
Oh yeah? You're giving them or taking them?
No, I was giving them. And it was very personal and it was different, and I was just trying it on for size, and it was actually really good. But I couldn't use my tanks because we were working on their tanks.
Yeah.
But so I had hanger cards all over the house on the floor, and I had like tanks everywhere, and people just squatted all over the floor everywhere. It was just like so funny and weird and cool.
Jesse, you just got a $20 whatever you call that thing from Eric for happy birthday, Jenna. Let's dance.
Eric! Oh my goodness! Where are you at, Eric? I ain't seen you in a while, man. You either. Here we go, Eric. Let's dance, man.
Oh, that was too cool.
What is that song that like it starts out clapping like that? I don't know. Just had me going. Aqua Balls, what's up? Is Steven awake? Put on the red high heels. There we go. Changing water garage getting cold at night. But hey, did your garage door stop opening up? George? His garage door was opening up on its own at night. But,
he had the ghost. He had the garage ghost. They had to come in and go. Yeah.
Well, they also said that there were people that were going through neighborhoods with garage door openers and pushing the buttons to see whose they can open, and then they were stealing things that way, which golly, what are they going to come up with next, right? I mean, dang.
The technical world, remember, we're in a world where now everything can be hacked without you even knowing it. That's why you got to get the credit cards that have that little Wi-Fi. People can walk right by your purse and scan it and take your number. Everything has to be protected.
You caught the intruder? You made a live about it yesterday? Well, who was the intruder? Brooklyn!
This is crazy.
This is crazy. I'm so glad
He caught the intruder. He caught the intruder.
Huh. Like, was it a person or a thing or what?
Well, it had to be a person with the stickers,
Well,
with the magic buttons.
yeah. Hey, you guys, while I'm thinking about it, even though I have it going at the bottom of the screen, if you guys have not entered the $250 drawing through Aquatic Arts, all you got to do is go sign up for their newsletter, which is awesome. And then it automatically enters you into that $250 giveaway.
Nice.
Huge card.
Whoa.
Why not do that, right? Why not?
Seriously, why not? What are you losing?
Right. What are you losing? It was the biggest rat you've ever seen.
That's horrible.
The rat had access to
rats, let me tell you.
The rat had access to Aqua Ball's garage. That makes a lot of sense.
It must have been so big it was tripping the sensor.
Yep. Exactly, Brooklyn. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Doing Medea.
It chewed the cord that opened the door.
Oh, wow.
So he could get out at night.
At least that's good news. It's not a thief. It was a rat.
Oh my gosh.
That's hysterical.
You know, 'tis the season though, because it's getting colder and then suckers come in the house. We've caught a bunch of them already. We don't have rats. We have like mice. We have
for us, it's the spiders over here in Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh, they're all in the house. And then I'll walk around the house in the middle of the night and it's like a horror movie. All right, let me paint this picture for you. So you're sitting there in the middle of the night, right? It's like 3 a.m. You're having a cup of milk, and it only happens at that time. And they'll come down from the ceiling. Literally.
No.
I mean, there's like nothing, no structure around you. You're in an open area and just spider.
Well, good morning to Aqua Garden
gosh,
Zen and 3G.
I can't.
They just came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, here I have here in the Lanai.
I'd be sitting there with one of them dusters and just batting them suckers.
Batting them off, yeah.
We got things all over to kill, you know.
Or sitting there with one of those spray guns and just
Yep.
Oh, you have to have lids on the tank so you didn't get it in the tanks, but still. You got 5 cats outside, so no rats in the house. We've got one cat.
Hey, Eduardo, do you know what I call my dog? I call her Rata de Alcantarilla. Esta es la Rata de Alcantarilla.
That's called sewer dog. Sewer cat. Sewer cat. Manhole cat. Well, Jess, I did send you a text this week. Here's some interesting thing that's happening at the school with the this little thing. The Dr. Slaughter, who is a science teacher at the school, she was talking to Miss Moss, Dr. Moss, about doing some axolotl tanks. And Miss Moss said, "Oh, you got to talk to Arengo because he's setting up tanks in the science teacher." And so she came to me and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I sent you a text and Roxy and Sandy, "Hey, teacher's looking for
my phone or through Facebook?"
No, on your phone, on the phone, regular text. And Roxy and Sandy contacted me. Yeah. They didn't have any, but then Roxy has like 2,475 million eggs with her axolotls. Mm-hmm. So I told Dr. Slaughter, "Hey, how about doing it from eggs?" She's like so excited. And today Roxy's putting out the axolotl eggs so that the kids can do the project. It's not an experiment, whole project. So now they have, she wanted the albino reds. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, the Lucy's. The Lucy's.
Yeah, the Lucy's. That's it. Yes, the Lucy's. So now they're doing that. And she's now, everybody, how do you have these contacts and all this other stuff? And one of the students came by and she says, 8th grader, she goes, "YouTube, Dr. Slaughter? You got to watch YouTube." And because they know that, you know, I'm on YouTube and I show a lot of the shorts and stuff like that for the students. And I tell the teacher, Miss Dr. Moss, to do the same thing so that when they get all to the aquarium and all that stuff, which is starting now in December, they're setting up the aquarium so that when they come back in January, they put the fish in. So so they're all good. And so the whole, I'm not doing sponsors or anything like that. But I will be doing streams aka Jenna, if you're listening, I will be doing streams. I'll be setting them up so that you guys can join. And I was thinking of doing one of the streams that I'm doing is about one of the that Fishy Biz does is he has high schoolers. I have middle
Yeah.
schoolers. So I thought that would be even better because it's a completely different background to where we start. Here is a teaching instructional thing on aquarium fish keeping. And good morning, Papa Shrimp. Hello, Jerry. Kiss my grits. And so we have that ability. We have, you're good at this, Jess. You have aquariums.
Yeah.
You literally, if you're going to substitute for, like, let's say a week at one school, take an aquarium, a 5-gallon tank or whatever little setup you have and set it up, put it right up front. And all of a sudden the kids are going to be like, especially elementary kids.
Yeah.
Girl, you will have them in the palm of your hand. And, you got the lesson to do, but at the same time, you can share an interest, something that you love. And the kids, and I've noticed this, they fall in love with the teacher.
Look, I told them the fourth grade, no, the fifth grade fifth grade class that I taught or was subbing for, they were being like really loud and I was just having a hard time. And that's why I did 3 days for that one class. And I told them, I was like, look, I will tell y'all something really cool. If y'all will just chill out, calm down, quiet down for me at the end of the class, end of the class, I will tell y'all something really, really cool. Mm-hmm. And they did. They really settled down. Like, this was the big secret, right?
Right.
And I said, I gave them a hint. I was like, has to do with YouTube. And then they were like, oh my God, what? And I was like, no, I told you guys to settle down. You got to calm down. Yep. So I did. They did. And I told them, I had a YouTube channel. Well, after that, they were leaving my room. So I didn't care how loud they got at that point. But I got scared because I was like, oh crap, can I get in trouble for that?
No. You're the fact that you have a YouTube channel and you have a hobby. It doesn't cross. You're not selling anything to the student.
Right.
You're saying here's a learning experience that they could do. We're watching Victoria, do a tank, or you're talking about a particular, or you're Victoria. I am going to literally one day go to Chicago, find you, and beat you up with a Tootsie Roll or something. Because every time I log in, you're eating something on that table. And it's always like, oh my God, it's before lunch.
And stay so thin.
And they're all candy sweets.
I swear, since I haven't
I'm
been
always hungry.
Like landscaping, I've gained weight because, dang, I'm sitting down all the time now.
I get hungry. I eat, the hungrier I get.
Yeah, I don't sit down when I teach. When I do grades and stuff, but when I'm teaching, I'm on my feet because you got to be walking around. Remember, I don't know if you have, the students are not on notebooks; they're on their computer, and in middle school, everything is online.
Everything's on a Chromebook.
Yes, so it's like I got to walk around, make sure they're on the on task.
You don't have that computer program that they have where it shows you what is it shows you every one of their computers on your computer screen.
Only if you're in the tech room. We're not in the tech room.
Oh, I was like, every room I have, that's what I have.
Right, but one of the things that they did at the district is the teacher was sitting down and the kids were on the computer and they weren't teaching.
Oh.
A teacher teaches. That's what we're
right.
educating.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And I'm not talking about substituting. Substituting is a completely different nature. You got to just give them what the teacher left.
I'm there to just babysit pretty much.
You're covering. Covering. The teacher left a plan. Hopefully you get teachers that leave plans.
Right.
And all you do is just you
give
just pass it on to them.
Right.
But as a teacher, we have to walk around, make sure. And in my class, I got to walk around because they're translating. I got to make sure that, they got this open, they got that open. And we just revamped all their computers. So whatever they had in their computers, it's erased.
Yeah.
If they had programs downloaded this, it's gone.
Yeah.
So now, and we have to constantly walk around because one of the things that I do is, especially in second language acquisition, all my students don't speak English. So they have to literally translate everything. So they copy the English, put it into Spanish or the Creole translator on Word and translate it. And then they understand the question. Then they have to answer it in their own language and then copy it back onto the English so that they answer it in English.
Wow.
And some of them are using Google and said, you can't use Google. You have to use Word.
Yeah.
Because we're not a Google, we're not a Google district. We're a Word district, MS, whatever, Microsoft. So anyway, so it's sort of like we got to keep them in line. So we don't sit down while they're working. We got to walk around. And on top of that, like I said, teaching them the language, teaching them the alphabet, teaching them I've literally am teaching them everything from how to use the computer, how to open a Word document, how to save it, where to put it, how to name it. Trust me, for the past 3 months, August, September, and October, literally all I was teaching was how to use the Word document. And because of the malware, and we got 6th graders, which you're talking about, they were in 3rd grade back when that happened. So they literally have to relearn everything. So it's literally disgustingly. Did you explain all of that in Spanish? Did he really? But it's so difficult. It's not just Spanish. It's also Creole, different ethnicities from different parts of the country don't speak the same Spanish language. It's a little bit different. And I do have a tutor. Yes. I have to, because I have what they call the lower levels. So while I'm giving class, the tutor's going around. We individually go. We
I
break
was
up
that person one time this week or last week too. Went around. It was a para. Is that what they call them? Paras?
Yeah, paralegals, correct. For language acquisition learners. Yes, Ritesh, they can change the language in MS Office from English to Spanish or whatever, because I have a student from Moldavia. He speaks Romanian. So they can literally transfer to whatever language they speak and then back to English. That's the paraprofessionals. Thank you, Jenna. That's exactly right. Not paralegals.
Can you change the language on MS Office to Spanish?
Yes. Yep. To Spanish, to Creole, to Romanian, to whatever language they dominate.
Wow.
And and then go back. I mean, as long as it's in the system, they could do it. And so the paraprofessionals that are in the class, I have the reading coach who comes in, and we break up. When she comes in twice a week, we break up in 3 groups. I break the 30 students in 3 groups, or 4 groups actually. One goes to the computer. They have to settle on that. I'm teaching one group individually of 5. She got 5 and he got 6 or whatever. And we walk around the whole thing. The thing is, the dynamic of the classroom management of a teacher has to be 24/7. And unfortunately, we have a lot of sit-down teachers.
You know what I just realized? I just caught myself disassociating on camera.
Disassociating?
Yeah, totally on a live stream.
Right. Eduardo, I speak Arabic and American. Yeah. And we have Arabic languages as well, George. Yeah, all of that. And the thing is that the foreign language that you come from, or the kids come from, if we have it in the system, and if we don't, we solicit it, because we got to pay for upgrading into system for Microsoft. So, and the district, we got more money than God for some reason. And we're in the top 5 districts in America. We've been a district for the past 7 years. So yeah, it's good.
What's a biological dentist?
A biological what?
Dentist?
Biological dentist?
They're not going to do anything to your tooth, Brooklyn, until you get the inflammation out of it anyway. So if you got antibiotics, I would just take those and then go see the dentist. Go ahead and make an appointment.
Yep. Well, the other thing Ritesh says, yes, one of the things that I teach is language immersion. In other words, in my classroom, they all speak a native tongue from them. So they're allowed, they can speak Spanish to me, but I speak English to them. But in the other classes where they're not separated by language, they're separated they're not separated by language. They're separated from my class by level. They're level ones. So the other students, when they go into the regular classes, they have to be immersed. And one of the biggest arguments that we're having is that the teachers are separating them by language. So if you got the Spanish speaking here, the Creole speaking over here, and I'm like, no, you have to stop doing that and immerse them. They have to learn to listen in the English language, and then on their computer they could do literally the translation. What I do is I give the instruction in the native tongue. What the heck?
Matt.
Good morning, show. In the morning. Yeah, right.
I know. What's wrong with that?
Yeah. So I teach, I give them the language in writing in their language, but my instruction is in English. And they can speak to me in Spanish or Creole, and I'll understand them, but I always respond in English. But in the other classes, they can't. And other teachers don't speak the language. So I said, just write it down for them and have them, we have what they call Canvas. I don't know if you've heard of this. Okay, so they on Canvas, they could do that all there, and they can literally pick it up. And the thing is not to, in order to have immersion, because that's what you and I did, Victoria. When we came here, we had our ESO courses, but we were immersed.
What age did you come over?
I was 6.
5. Wow.
Yeah. So, but the learning ability was we immersed in the
Look
language.
at Eduardo being all relatable and stuff. I don't even know. I might have to subscribe to us.
Yeah. But the thing is that the most important part is, Victoria, at least in my case, when I walk in the classroom, the first thing I tell them is, I was you. I was that student.
That helps.
Yes. All of a sudden they're like, oh, you speak Spanish? And I'm like, yep.
Just, I love the picture behind you. That milk truck. Can you send me that later?
Yeah, right?
Oh, I want to try to paint that one.
This one?
Yeah.
They're doing so good too. They're getting so big.
Sorry to interrupt, Eduardo. I just had to comment on that.
That's fine. That's fine. I talk too much anyway.
No, I'm an Aquarius, and if I don't say it now, I'll forget in 2 seconds.
Forget it. Yep.
My best friend's an Aquarius. He's an Aquarius too. He's in Chicago too, my best friend. So I'll be seeing you soon.
Do you have a fish tank in your classroom or no?
I have 2 in my classroom.
What's going on in there?
Right now they're setting up. The fish will come in January. So they just learned I have one for first and second period and one for the fourth and fifth period. So they're both setting up. So when we're breaking up into groups, they'll grow. The 5 will go into the tank area and start working it and do all that stuff. And they have to learn what they're doing. It's not just on hand. It's like, okay, the heater does this, the heater does that. This is the filter. What's the filter do? Why are we using this gravel and sand and this? What plants are we putting in? So they got to do all the research.
Don't you love that? Isn't it like so stimulating? Doesn't it feed your your love for the hobby?
Look, Dr. Montesino came in the other day, and she was like, oh, I'm just bored in the office. So she came in and she was actually doing a teacher evaluation, and she saw what was going on, and highly innovative is what you want to get, and she was just floored. I did nothing. I was just doing my regular what I do every day, and she's like, every student was engaged in every section. So that's what we need to do. But more importantly, I live in Maryland. Please keep in mind, if you are gonna continue
bestie status.
Okay. So I think the dynamics of us bringing our little love for the hobby and our passion it just adds to the interest of the student.
Yeah.
And a lot of them come from countries where these fishes are literally in their backyard. They come from South America and Mexico. The fish are right there. So they're like, oh, I can't believe we could do this or we could do that. So I got a lot of Colombian kids, Venezuelans, Argentinians, and I love the Amazons right there.
Wow.
So it's really, really a dynamic experience. In my
Hey,
case.
Eduardo, do you know anything about the freshwater fish in Puerto Rico? Like what you find, the native fish there? Because my mom's about to move out there and she's like dabbling because of me. And I want to, kind of let her know what she's in for.
Well, she's in for
and as far as like aquarium stores, like aquascaping stores, like what is it? Is it bad or is it good?
Okay. My experience while I was there for 12 years was I had to do everything because the aquarium hobby is expensive as heck here as it is. It's twice as much in Puerto Rico.
Why? You would think it would be cheaper.
Yeah, you would think, but no, it's not.
What?
Remember, this hobby is lucrative. This is for us highly rich people in the world. And in Puerto Rico, they just think that's the way it is. And unfortunately, and Peru, I do have a couple of Peru now, right, Jay? I do have Peruvian kids. The offset of is they have PetSmart and Petco, but as local, they have a lot of salt water, not a lot of fresh water. Puerto Rico does not have
salt water.
Right, but Puerto Rico does not have a lot of native fish. They have a lot of invasive fish, and they've been taking over the world. Swordtails, anything that lives in hot water, guppies, all that stuff, that's what's there. If she goes to a Junque, which is the rainforest in Puerto Rico, she might find some oddities in there. She goes looking for them. But again, everything has changed over the decades. So it's really been, well, I mean, while I was there literally 12 years ago, I just celebrated 12 years of coming back to the States from Puerto Rico.
I don't think I've been since I was like 10 years old. So I don't know it at all. Not even, I mean, you really know a place, I think, when you hit adulthood or, right, Jess?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know what Puerto Rico is. I don't know the culture. I really don't. You throw me out there, I'm going to be so lost. It's like you threw me in the middle of Spain or England. It'll be the same. It's like, what?
Yep. Well, to me, I know Puerto Rico well, extremely well, but that's because of the political views that I have in Puerto Rico, and my sister running for mayor of her town when she was there, and my mother being a representative. It was all political stuff, but outside of that, the island is still heavily affected from Maria. There's still so much stuff has happened, and the government, the stealing, the people in power are just abusing the system. And we're born U.S. citizens. We're not a foreign country. Right. We're not a third world, and yet our mental status is horrendous, just horrendous. And you look at Mississippi, Arkansas, Oklahoma,
Arkansas. I don't see her. I don't
Florida,
know her. Florida.
And you look
at her. I don't know her.
You look at the crime rate that's happening in these states, and Puerto Rico's
Chicago.
on the same boat. Yeah, Puerto Rico's. I mean, Colorado. We just had the incident there just this week where another shooter. So it's like completely.
That stuff scares the pee out of me now that I'm in a classroom.
Jess, I don't go nowhere, and then that does suck. That really does.
The good thing is at our school, at every school in the district, is we have police officers on campus.
Yeah, we have them.
And we do lockdowns every month. We have a lockdown drill and all that stuff.
We had somebody do a prank call this week at one of our schools here.
Yes. It's horrible.
What was it like?
Well, they called in and said that there was a guy that was dressed all in black. I'm not going to name the school, but was at one of the high schools and was shooting, and there were people down. Yep. And so they locked down that school, and they locked down surrounding schools.
Yep.
And the bad thing is I got to talk to one of the teachers that was at that school, and they said that it's not. The worst part about it is everybody's got cell phones, and so you've got everybody's locked down, but all of these kids are contacting their parents, telling their parents how scared they are, and come get them, which they can't get them, and so it becomes a very chaotic situation.
Here's an answer from Collins Dictionary. Chaotic definition.
I'm so sorry, my computer is I don't know how to stop it.
What is it?
I don't know. It's never done that. It's something you said triggered it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I want to learn more. Jess, please teach me your ways.
The biggest issues.
Fucking weird.
The biggest issues to me in my case, not to get political or anything like that,
right?
But in the school system, already we're as teachers, as educators, we're being used for this, we're being used for that, we're being used for this, we're being used for that. I'm sorry, but I didn't take special courses.
Yeah.
For, I mean, if I had to, and I tell my students this every day, when we have a lockdown and we have the discussion, and we have what they call Connect for Success, where we talk about this with our groups throughout the years, for 3 years, from 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. That group will be with me for 3 years. And we talk about safety, mental health, you name it, we talk about it.
Yeah.
And, when it comes to students says, like, you're going to take a bullet for me, Mr. O? And I was like, yes, I would take the bullet for you.
Yeah,
and they look at you like, what? Like, yeah, that's my job. I'm not going to.
Your life is just starting.
Yeah,
their life is just starting.
I've been around a little bit longer. Most likely, I can survive a bullet shot. But unfortunately, this is something that is on their minds 24/7.
Right.
They see the news. They read it. They let us.
Zabelli.
And we have the drill.
Was on lockdown a couple of weeks ago. He texted me through the whole thing to keep me calm. Yeah. They found bullets on school property. Nothing happened. Thankfully. Ooh. Yeah.
Could you imagine? Ugh.
The door's locked. If you're a sub, you're fortunate if you get a key, because a lot of times they don't have spare keys. And
correct.
So I've been into instances now that the janitors would come and lock the doors for me, in the morning. And then, if I ever have to leave the classroom or whatever, I just turn the light off, shut the door, but it's not locked. And,
and it has to be locked 24/7.
I know that, and I know more, even though I've only been doing it for 2 weeks. I'll be damned if I'm not getting a key. I will not have a key from now
on. Jesse, are they sending you to different schools?
Yeah.
Yeah. First thing you do, even before, are you going on and accepting a job? You go on to their frontier, right?
Yes.
You can email the teacher. And if there's a job you're taking, email the teacher. Please make sure that there's a key for your room. If there isn't, I will not be able to be there, because security is number one.
Yeah.
It's number one.
Right.
And I tell the student, if we're outside in the cafetorium, we're, in the middle schools here, the cafeteria is actually the auditorium as well. I was like, this is where we go. This is where we go. This is where we go. If we're inside, here's where we lock up. Here's everything. And I told, and I have key to lock every door. I'm like, if I can't lock my door, I'm not going in that room.
Riddish, there are every school, especially in these parishes around me, that every school has got a deputy in them.
A police officer, not a security guard, a police officer.
It wasn't like that till everything happening recently.
Right.
Yep. Everything has to be with the police. And
right.
The good thing in this district, and I'm not boosting the district, but it's actually really good, but we've had a really good relationship for the past 10 years with the police department.
Yeah.
And they come in and they're in there, and anything happens, I mean, in minutes, they're there.
Yeah. But I'm sorry, if it comes to a shooter, that they're not going to give a damn if the police is there or not. They're past that point in their brain.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Seriously, Jenna? That's horrible.
What happened? What did Jenna say? Can somebody expose Jenna?
Oh, we do. Every school up
The
here,
schools,
every school has got one.
Do you know
and
what?
here's
So I went to school in Orlando, Florida, and there was a school that I went to in particular, and we had to go through metal detectors in and out.
Oh,
to
we don't have
answer
metal detectors.
Yeah,
Jesse.
didn't
Jenna
feel
said
good as
that
a student.
Jenna said that the schools down here do not have a police officer in every school. But right after that, I see. Then how do these people enter? Well, guess what? They
There's
learn the
not metal
system.
detectors. They
No,
carry
no,
them in
no.
with their backpacks.
They learn. A lot of the people going into the school are students that were at that school.
Right.
So they know the exits, entrance, and the
Right.
and the sneaky parts.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff, and of course, because of what's happened, the schools in many of our states are not, like Jenna said, protected.
Yeah.
You know,
I know
like
that
you said,
ours
I
are,
don't
but
have a
yeah.
key for this. I don't have a key for that. How do you do this? How do you do that? And it's
Yeah.
like there are ways to protect yourself. Central schools do too. Brooklyn does not. Wow. See, that's a conversation for another stream, really. I mean, the whole stream just on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Hello,
somebody
Mike.
just said Aqua Garden Zen went to school growing up in Tampa. So yeah, it's like the same. We always had cops everywhere and everything. So everything you're saying that is like a now thing, for us it was always and always like middle school, elementary, there was always cops, metal detectors. Like, I don't know, maybe I lived in horrible neighborhoods, but we've always been accustomed to that. We
It
never had
has
any issues, anything crazy happen.
Victoria, it has nothing to do with the neighborhoods. I work in Florida. I work in Collier County, which has Naples, Florida, which is one of the richest cities in America.
Mhm.
And we have schools that are very, very high, level one, the 1%. And let me tell you, even there, everybody is in
I can't believe Chicago isn't
everybody.
tighter like that.
It's like, yeah, Chicago is like that. They have police officers in every school.
They do, but not everywhere. And I'm surprised it's not more like a requirement, if you will. You know?
Jeremy said they only had it in high school. Now we have it in high school, middle school, preschool, charter schools, everything.
Yeah.
They have to be everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's also a state mandate. So before it was a choice, now it's a
That's
state
why I'm
mandate.
surprised that Jenna said there's not some down there. Because
But
that's
again,
very surprising.
I believe Jenna worked for Montessori school. I don't know if it was a district school or was it a private school, charter school. I'm not sure.
Right. That may be the difference.
Because
Private.
at least some of our charter schools are within our district, but some of them are individual, so we don't have them. They have to have guards, but they're not, they get funding from the state, but it's like the public schools have to be they're mandated.
Do you know what I miss about Puerto Rico schools? The uniforms.
It was a public school that had Montessori program. Okay, so you had guards in your school,
What does
Jenna?
Montessori
Yes or no?
mean?
It's a type of. Well, I'll let Jenna respond to that.
I don't know what that means.
It's a learning.
Ours get called...
It's a different style of learning and educating.
What, Jeremy?
Yes. What's Jeremy saying?
Theirs get caught with underage girls.
Huh? What is he talking
Hey,
about?
Eduardo, I miss the uniforms in Puerto Rico. I actually like that.
Say again?
The uniforms in Puerto Rico. I actually enjoyed that.
I do miss that too. One of the things about being a drama teacher in Puerto Rico was when I would take six I would take them to 6 different shows in San Juan from where I was in San Lorenzo. So we had 3 bus tours to the theater, and they all wore their uniforms. They had to wear the uniforms.
Yeah.
So
ours do
after
too.
I would take them to Old San Juan so we can see the play. We watched, I don't know, several hundred. But then when we came back, we would stop at a Montelledra, which is a mall that is on our way back from San Juan. And literally the only kids that are allowed at that mall, because they're wearing uniforms, were my kids. They can go shopping, eating, and all that. Yes, I spoke to the management mall at the management at the mall that when my kids come here, they're coming from this and we're doing that. And I would send them the dates. And so when our students were at the school and their parents, because I had kinder through ninth grade during those years, they literally allowed our students to go shopping. And especially at this time of year, we had a play to go see. They would go shopping and go literally, I am not kidding you, Victoria. They would take all of their money just to go to the play because of coming back. They would do their Christmas shopping and parents as well. And I had 3 to 6 buses literally taking students from the school.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I
too.
had parents that would go with us on the bus. And the only one that I ever left behind were 2 parents. They didn't make it to the bus
The
at
buses
1:15.
were really cheap back then, though. They were like, what was it, 25 cents, I think?
What?
The buses, right? They were like 25 cents?
No. These are chartered buses. We chartered the buses with air conditioning
Okay.
and all
Wait,
that.
you're bad and bougie. I forgot.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
I'm still over here.
No, they
I'm in
weren't
the slums.
bougie. No,
I'm
it
kidding,
was
I'm
the
kidding, I'm
yellow
kidding.
buses, but we would hire them. Anyway, the thing is, one day, these 2 parents who I love to death, they went shopping, and I think they
Dead
went to
bodies
one
on
of these.
campus.
Yeah, they went shopping, and they forgot that they had to be at the bus by 1:15, and at 1:18, we're leaving. And so we left. I went into 1:20. They didn't come out. We left. So then they had to call their husbands to come pick them up. It was an hour drive. The husband had to come pick them up. So that I left the parents there. They were so apologetic. They were, we're so sorry. We forgot. Jesse, you would have died. You know, parents are always fighting with the teacher.
Yeah.
No, these parents were literally, I'm so sorry. We forgot. It was like that. Don't do it again, or you will not be invited on the next one. It was hysterical. I loved it. And the kids, it was, again, the different, you offer something different, and it's just, you know, I love what I do.
Yeah.
Jesse, I love what I do. I have a passion for
I can definitely
education.
tell. When you come alive talking about what you do, it's true. You love it.
Yeah, and the kids know it. Oh, and I'm really strict, Victoria. I am very strict. You got to raise your hand. But I feel like
you're one of those strict teachers that can get away with it, but you're still very personable, and they still like don't get mad at you, right?
Oh, they get mad at me. Oh, yes, they do. Yep.
But I feel like I remember teachers like you, and I unfortunately didn't have them. My friends did, and I was just like, you know, they would lay down the law. They had the rules and stuff like that, and very, very strict. At the end of the day, it's like we're here to learn. But they were so fun, and they had these layers to them, like you know. It's more than just going in to learn about this, and that's it, you know. There's a banter in between all of it, and that makes you want to be there.
But the thing is with the yearbook, this is interesting. There's nobody wanted to do the yearbook. And so the principal came to me and he was like, okay, you're doing yearbook. I'm like, he didn't even tell me. I was at the class, Jesse. I was at the class and I got email from the yearbook company saying, congratulations, you're the yearbook advisor. And I'm like, what? I don't even know what's going on. Anyway, I have the experience. So anyway, so I got back and I said, oh, by the way, thanks for letting me be the yearbook advisor. So the first thing I did when I had the meeting last week, 2 meetings with them, I said, this is not a Mr. Orango yearbook. This is not a Mr. Principal yearbook. This is your yearbook. I had literally 60 students after school in my program for yearbook.
Wow.
60. I had 20, 30 8th graders, 15 7th graders, and the rest was 6th graders. And I was like, what am I going to do? I was like, okay, first things first, you got to vote for a chief editor and editors. So I did all that. And then I just like, okay, so here's what's going to happen. These young ladies, it was almost all women, young ladies. These all women are the ones that they're going to be in charge of it. I'm just going to sit here and look pretty. Literally, that's what I did. I looked pretty. All of them are cracking up. And I said, this is your yearbook. These are the 5 things that cannot go in the yearbook. First thing, whatever they did last year, we're not doing.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, there are no fingers, faces, any other type of finger movement or bandanas or no, that's 2. Number 3, if they're going to post like something that they want to say, like thank you, it has to go through us and no words that are bullying aspect. For you are not to be taking the photographers that you are not to be taking posed pictures. It's action pictures, the ones that go to
What do you
band, the
mean?
ones that
Okay. Candids.
candid pictures, not posed pictures.
Okay,
And
got
then
it. You know I'm terrible at that, dude. You tell me we're taking a picture, there's no way I can't be candid. I'm
yeah,
like,
you got no, yeah, right. I mean, the thing is that we already have us. You sit down and you take a picture and goes in the yearbook. We already have that. I don't want to have that. I want to have action. And then we had an activity, the teachers against the students volleyball game before the hurricane Ian came that Friday, and literally gave out 3 cameras and four girls used the cameras, and they came back. Jesse, I am not busting on you. One teacher, the paralegal in my class, had 33 pictures taken of him. Did Jesse freeze?
why?
Okay.
No.
Don't worry about it. And then another student, and then another. Now, mind you, 4 different girls took these pictures with the cameras, and another one is one student, 27 pictures of him. I'm like, what is up with you girls? There's like 1,000 people out there, and you're taking pictures of 2 people.
Selfies.
And of course, no, not selfies, just taking pictures of the cute boys and the cute teachers.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And I'm not going to call the boy out. And I'm not going to call the boy out, but I did call the teacher out. I told the teacher, I said, and he's the paraprofessional in my class, but he's also the soccer coach. So he had shorts on, and they're all taking pictures of the shorts. I'm like, no, that's not happening. I'm like, there's not even, Jesse, not even close-ups of the faces. It's the body. They were taking pictures of the bodies. I'm like, what is this, science class? We're not exploring that. So it's sort of like a teaching. Everything is a teaching tool, and it's sort of kind of like it's so much fun. You're here to show what's happening around our school and our society for our yearbook. I said, whatever pictures you took from the destruction of Ian, I want those pictures because that was something that changed our lives this year. Blah, 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 blah. Any aspect of it. And, the theme, the setup of the yearbook, that's all on you people.
Yeah.
Not me. The only thing I'm doing is that it's cohesive, that it's, the way it's supposed to set up in the setting, and nothing that is vulgar or inappropriate. Right. Everything else, it's on them.
Did you read Silver Creek's thing? That sounds really savage.
What did he say? When I was in high school, guys had their oh God.
No, we did too. They had their shotguns. They had their shotgun racks, and because we're out in the country, out in the sticks, so
I
they
love
would
that
have
you
their
just chimed in so
shotgun in the back of their trucks, which was no big deal.
What?
Back then.
Yes, Nano. I am not going to every aspect of they have to take the pictures. Yes. And with the advance of the cell phone, even though they're not allowed to use a cell phone in school at all, but if they're in the yearbook, they get a journal pass or a journalist pass, photographer. And as long as they're using that for an activity, they can use their cell phones and take pictures because the system is online. So everything they take, they just put it on in the yearbook online, and all the pictures go through 4 people. The person that puts it in, the editor of the grade or the page, the chief editor, and then me, and then at the final, okay, it goes to the principal before it goes on to Fred. So, they take pictures. So and did I expect that, Nano? Yes, I did. I did expect to see a lot of pictures, just not of the same guys. Just not. I thought that was so hysterical. 300 and something pictures, and literally 53 of 2 guys. 55 or some 50, 60 of just 2 kids. It was great, though.
You guys,
it was great.
We have Fishery now. Alex has done gotten them uploaded, so we have got a Fishery for today.
Awesome.
So this is Alex from The Secret History Living in Your Aquarium with Fishery 164. Let's see what he has to say for us.
Hey guys.
Or subscribe.
No need to look at my ugly mug anyways. You can just listen to these. That is the magic of fish! Exclamation point. So I hope you guys on the Aquatic Morning Show that are tuning in are doing well. Same to my other listeners, whether it's future viewers or whether it is those of you who make Fishery possible, the members who help from just $1.99 a month. You guys really make this channel a reality. So thank you so much for supporting this. So today we're going to talk about the grass pufferfish, or basically the pufferfish you'd think of from Japan that is poisonous. The one of the varieties that they serve there as so-called fugu, and how they've realized at a university that these pufferfish are using their own toxins that normally would be harmful and deadly, in fact, to humans. They're using those in a new way that we did not realize they could by communicating with them. They're using them to talk to one another chemically. So these fish are a delicacy in Japanese cuisine. The pufferfish, or fugu, also contain lethal toxins, and improperly prepared, the pufferfish can cause a person eating it to experience food poisoning and, in fact, swift death, especially in some of the varieties that are most coveted. So such a terrible event can happen because the fish's liver and ovaries contain a powerful neurotoxin called tetrodotoxin, or TTX. However, though it is a kind of unclear molecule why it's in the puffers, pufferfish also have a bunch of other analogs of this TTX toxin, and they are non-toxic. So now a new study published in the scientific reports, researchers of Nagoya University in central Japan have proposed that pufferfish use these analog toxins to make communication signals, and that they sense them smelling one another. So the grass puffer, or Takifugu albo plumbaeus, the grass puffers, are a problem for many Japanese recreational anglers and are considered bycatch that eat the bait fish that fishermen on traditional fishing lines often are going for. Plus, they also can chew right through the line. Go fish. So people are also known for gathering these puffers and drying them out. They're known for eating them, and they're known for actually bringing tourists to Japan, where they come into these shallow areas during the high tides in the early summer months, and they spawn by the tens of thousands. So since childhood, Associate Professor Hideki Abe from the Graduate School of Biocultural Sciences in Japan was delighted by these little fish. He grew up with them spawning nearby and being in the culture. And as a biologist, he was intrigued by their spawning behavior. And he said, I was fascinated by the hypothesis that their toxin may be involved in their spawning as a pheromone, because they actually detect the toxin and some of its byproducts in water when they're spawning it. And so it's been wondered, like, is it safe to be in the water nearby when they're spawning and things like that. So in the past, they've tested the water, and they've seen the pheromones and toxins are in the water, and some of them are novel just to the fish. Others, they couldn't tell if they were environmental or if they were going to end up being specialized to the fish also. So they wanted to sort that out. And pheromones are chemicals that are perceived by creatures using their olfactory senses and are used to affect behavior within hopefully only that same species, although that's not always true. But like other fish, the grass puffer accumulates neurotoxin, TTX, to discourage predators evolutionarily. However, the grass puffer also accumulates that non-toxic set of analogs, including TTX 5, 6, and 11 trideoxy TTX, or TDT 5, 6, and 11. That's way too hard to say. So we're just going to say an arrangement of toxins. So scientists were curious as to why they would have this non-toxic version of the venom. And to better grasp this phenomenon, a team at Nagoya University, led by Dr. Abe, with his group of grad students at the Biocultural Sciences Institute, investigated the compound. They established that it serves as a smell that attracts other grass puffers. And they also established in the same study, so it's a pretty big study, that they use senses in their olfactory nerve complex to do that. So researchers tested grass puffers using electrotool factogram, a device that measures excitations of the olfactory epithelium tissue in the fish. So it basically shows how excited they are and what parts, what nerve signals are being sent to the brain, essentially. And surprisingly, they discovered rather than responding to the toxic TTX, the pufferfish olfactory epithelium responded to its non-toxic dialogue. So the toxic one actually had no effect. It didn't smell the toxic one. And so it implies that it has evolved as an odorant, and it is used to attract other puffers, and that possibly the ones that just happen to have the most of these byproducts at the time in evolution evolved to have the poison. Rather than the poison evolving first, it would be that they evolved this cologne, so to speak, or perfume first, and one of them happened to be poisonous. And so the fish that had that survived better. So the level of it being made was increased. Now, the other part of the study saying that they were able to figure out that they could smell this stuff was kind of cool too, in that they used earlier studies and they figured that this toxin was derived from living organisms, and they thought it had a low purification. And they said that we assumed that it may not only contain TTX, but other analogs, including TDT, which might have induced the odor response. So they think that they may actually eat certain mildly venomous things, or at least animals with precursors to the venoms, and then they digest it and they are able to process this into a new chemical. So prey animals contain both the toxin and its analog. So grasshoppers may use the smell of TDT as a signal to find prey animals bearing TTX, such as flatworms, starfish, gastropods, and skeleton shrimp. So basically, they're saying that not only is it a pheromone for them to say, hey, there's a big school of single eligible bachelors, but that they're, or bachelorettes, but they're also able to then smell it on the animals they need to be eating. So they actually may be almost like aroused, or the same part of the brain that makes them think, ooh, mating time is triggered when they're eating these animals that have the toxins in them. So that's what causes them to seek out these things specifically, is that it shares a mating signal pheromonically, which is really, really interesting. And they also said that, you know, they were able to reproduce this in the lab and see that they would come to fish that released this smell. They could get it to come to inanimate objects and things also. And the fact that it evolved kind of as a way to mate, but also as a way to stay venomous, is really fascinating. It's kind of like a, I don't know, Greek tragedy or poetry of some sort, maybe a haiku. Let's say it's like a well-balanced haiku. And so it's just really interesting to see what they've made of that. And then, of course, these toxins are really interesting to study because they have all sorts of implications for targeting different sorts of tissues and cancers and being anti-venoms and things like that. So there's all sorts of medical uses for venoms and toxins in the wild, especially quick acting ones like these. So I thought this was kind of a cool story. There's more you can read up about it, and this was a really, really comprehensive study since they were grads that were working on it. And I don't know. I thought it was exciting. And of course, the first one of the week has to be the long one. So there you have it. Puffer fish are probably aroused by what they eat so that they stay poisonous, so that they smell good to their mates, who are also the most poisonous. Kind of a crazy feedback loop that has caused them to evolve more and more toxic, and also keep eating those things that allow them to be toxic. So really cool. And if your puffer's not eating, maybe this is a way to get it to eat, is putting a little bit of those non-toxic traces onto the food. So they were saying that sometimes they can't get their puffers to eat in captivity, and there's a side note of that. But in any case, that about wraps up this episode. I hope you guys are off to a great start this week, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
My co-host abandoned me.
Uh-oh. The Garden of Either. Hello, Grand, Shelby, and Barbara Jackson. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
I see. And Bex. Good morning, Bex. Fanatical. What's up? Let's see. All right. I think that's the favorite one of Alex's so far. Are grass puffers little? Do they stay little? Didn't know what they call them, grass puffers?
I'm obsessed with
grass puffers. Yeah.
Do they stay small?
I know they stay poisonous. That's all I heard. I heard poisonous.
Tanks. But there are a lot of things poisonous that we keep in our saltwater tanks.
Yeah. And some people actually are married to poisonous people. Oh, did I say that out loud?
You know. He came in swinging.
It's sort of like it's the experience.
I am so lucky. Brian is not toxic, and I am so happy about it. It's the first guy that I do that is not toxic at all.
Well, I didn't say in our lives. I'm talking about people in our lives, not necessarily we're married. Some of them are married.
I don't do that. I cut you off immediately. Like if you're toxic, done. I don't have time for that.
Girl, you exactly know what we're talking about. But then again, it's because we're Puerto Rican. We cut people off real fast anyway. So
it's easy. It's like if you don't want somebody in your life, Jess, it's so easy. Even a neighbor. I don't even have to see my neighbor ever. I can go years without seeing her, Jess.
Wow.
It's like if you don't want somebody in your life, it's so easy. Just look the other way. Yeah.
But it's like you were saying, if we don't want a poisonous fish, or we have poisonous stuff. I mean, some of our plants are not that great either. I haven't been eating any of them. I'm not the peas. But what was it? They didn't eat plants. They ate fish food. I forget. Jenna and Stephen. But yeah, we do. We have. But I said this in the stream the other day. I was like, I am not going Florida fishing anytime soon with all the poisonous stuff that's out there and that can get me. And then
I'll never fish in Florida. I can't do it. I love fishing. I'm a bass angler. I do the little sunfish, but I draw the line with the gators and all that. I can't do it.
And someone posted, I think it was QC, posted, hey,
Shelby.
Eduardo, this is the
Shelby, Shelby, she does the biotopes, and then she jumps in all those crazy places. How does she do that?
Because she was raised by Puerto Ricans, I think. That's what it is. But anyway, I think QC posted a site. I clicked on it. It was in a knight's armor. I can go fishing with that. So nothing can penetrate the armor of the iron. I was like, really? I will go straight down to the bottom of whatever I'm doing.
That would be your weight.
But I would drown, but I won't be bit to death by anything poisonous. It's like, thanks so much.
Wow.
Funny.
Well,
people come up with some funny
we've
stuff.
got Miss Dee Dee's lineup that I actually get to play in the morning again because I'm in the morning. So hold on, let's do that.
And a happy birthday to Jenna P. Hope it's a great one, lady. And stay tuned for Monday's live stream lineup. And the Gazoo. Thanks for making this information easy to find at fishfam.link. And Lefty32138, thanks for your live stream calendar on your side as well. Thanks, Annette, Mystery Snail Guardians, for the super cool DB's Fin Den graphic. And we start off the morning at 10 with the Aquatic Morning Show on the Aquatic Morning Show channel with Jess and Prue. And at 2 is Dr. Awesome. It's Dr. Anthony's Fish Stuff on the Amazon Research Center for Ornamental Fishes channel. And at 4 o'clock is Corvus Austin. And at 5 o'clock is Wet Your Plants. Stephen P's channel with Stephen P. and Kelly Foreman and Myrtle may be there. I'm not sure. And maybe Fat Kitty might make an appearance. Anyways, you're going to learn something. Always through Kitty. And at 6, it is Monday Musings with Fantastic Freaks, and that's Austin. At 7 o'clock, it's the Steamfight Aquatics members stream. And at 8 o'clock, it turns into the Steamfight Aquatics regular weekly stream. And it's Fishy Talk at 8:30 on Lefty32138 channel. And at 9, it's Grant and Shelby with the Garden of Eder. Teach us about some shrimp. And at 10, it's In the Hot Spot with Fishy Biz Aquatics. How hot will it get? We'll find out. At 10:30, it's Alex with the secret history living in your aquarium. And that's it for the Monday live streams. Calendar or profile updates or anything having to do with fishfam.link, please email updates@fishfam.link. And also, you can now log in with your Google and make updates to your own channel. Cool. Fish Fam Christmas will be here before you know it. For more information, to sign up or to donate, check out the following: Fish Fam Christmas on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and fishfam.link. And if you haven't already done so, why don't you go over there and become a patron of fishfam.link? You'll be glad you did.
You'll be glad you did. She does that. She does that. That's great. You'll be glad you did. She got to put that southern twang to it. Oh, wait. I got to unblock you. Unmute you. There you go. You're unmuted, Victoria. Sorry.
Did you change your hair since the last time I saw you?
I just curled it.
But I mean like the color.
No.
No? It looks like an ombre, and I don't remember meeting
it. Was supposed to be what's the reverse of the ombre?
Embra?
Got me.
Right? No, it's
Jesse.
Eduardo's got that reverse ombre going.
Balayage? Is that balayage?
Oh, the balayage, yeah.
Which is the opposite of that. Anyway, eventually this that is blonde at the bottom will be like that silver color on the frog, and the top will be darker, so it'll go dark to
I love it
silver.
So
that's but we have to, so that it's not yellow, you have to go through phases to get
and it was all yellow,
to get that really pretty silver, shiny silver color. So
it's really hard to achieve that color when you're a brunette.
Yeah. So slowly but surely getting there. But probably around Christmas, I'll have the next phase. It'll be lighter, and then this will be darker. So we'll slowly.
I like it. Keep going. Keep going with that.
Oh, I am. Because, see, Joe wants me to be full that silver. He wants me to have a whole head of just silver.
See, at least you got some kind of sense of direction. Eduardo, you have a partner, right? A wife, a girlfriend?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Okay, so I don't know where you stand on the spectrum, but Brian does not chime in. I could ask him, like, what do you think? He still won't give me an answer. I could be drowning. He still won't give me an answer. So I'm all on my own. I'm like, all right, I just got to do my thing. So Jess, that's really nice that you have that, though.
Yeah, but when he doesn't like my hair, that's a whole nother.
Then he will say something.
Why do you ask me? Like, he doesn't like that I wear flippers. Call them flippers. Eyeshadow, lashes. Damn, it took me a long time to get to that.
I suck at putting lashes on. What about you, Eduardo?
Only when I have the stilettos and the mini skirt and the tank top on. That's the only time I put lashes on. Yeah.
Well, ever since when we had the Halloween Aquashella,
yes,
I wore eyelashes since then. Period. And I don't have eyelashes pretty much now because I've worn eyelashes. So, I just I like
every
them.
time you pluck them off, you pull your own.
Right. That's right.
I love them. I love them on you. I just don't know how to do it myself. I mean, I know what to do. I just can't do it. I can't.
Yeah. I had to sleep in them for days to finally get to where, and I'm still learning. Like this eye right here, for whatever reason, is smaller than this one. And so when I put my eyelashes on, I have to make sure.
No, the host is not symmetrical. Oh no, gotta go.
Nobody is symmetrical. Nobody is symmetrical.
Gotta run.
Right? Hold on, I'll be right back. I can let the dogs back in.
Well, thank you very much, Victoria, for bringing that up. If you look at chat, I bet Eduardo could rock some fetish heels. Eduardo's pumps and lashes, you go. And so every Saturday night, Eduardo, I'm wearing
very on brand
outfit. They just like put me up. I don't know. It's like I did a play for 8 months in drag in New York City. It was a play. And I had to wear stilettos. I had this tank top and I had this mini skirt.
I cannot see it. You need to do an aquatic class like that.
No. And I was 280 pounds, Victoria. So I was a big girl on stage for 8 months. And literally that pops up. And I had hair longer than you down to the crack of my bum.
Jeez.
And so that was me acting. But
I'm so pissed off that I never got my extensions, man. Speaking of like hair down to the crack of the, who.
But I didn't have extensions. That was my hair. My hair was all the way down there. Jesse, the opposite of hombre is hembra.
Hembra.
Hombre in Spanish is man. Hembra in English is woman. So
where the hell did balayage come from?
I don't know.
There's hombre, there's balayage, and then there's one more. I can't remember what it's called. It's like a sun kiss something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
I'm into it, but I quit.
Inverted of the ombre, but because I've had ombre before, where I went light to dark. But oh well, you guys, we are actually 15 minutes past the 2-hour mark, even though it is 11:45 here, which is 45 minutes past our normal time. But we started 30 minutes.
11:45 here too.
Yep.
It's 12:45 here. It's 12:45 here.
Well, tomorrow I will be sure to start on time at 9. So
10 here.
Yep. You just have to come on in here at 9 o'clock. And we have the outro for today. We don't not have an outro now. I found my StreamYard, the right one. And so I don't know how to cancel the other one, but this one has all my stuff on it. And so I got that figured out and everything's good. So everybody, what?
Really quick. I know there's not a lot of people here, but if you follow me on TikTok, unsubscribe. Okay. It is not me. There's all these like competition and prizes going out. It's like send money to this account and then you're gonna get a bunch of money. Don't do it. Unsubscribe. Like I'm saying, it's not me anymore. I got a new Instagram account. Yeah, Victoria Lee Creates on Instagram is done. Not me.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so just be very careful. People are actually getting scammed, Jess.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. I hadn't even looked at my TikTok lately.
Yeah. So my new one is Moss Pit H2O, which I've had for a few months. But the old one, I'm dead serious. Do not. I keep getting DMs like I sent in $100, I sent in $50. I don't know what to do. I feel horrible, but this is the best that I can do.
Yeah. Why can't they shut it down?
They won't. We've tried emailing, calling. We've tried everything. We're still actively working on it. I mean, it's been hell. I'll give you a full briefing once we're done with everything, but if you've gone through this, you know what I'm going through. You just need to kind of tuck your tail between your legs and look the other way because they're not going to help you. They're not.
Wow.
they're not going to help you. My other account is still hacked, still actively being used to hack people. So people are still sending money to it.
Wow.
Till today. It got hacked May 9th, and now this one. So now there's 2 accounts.
Wow.
I'm pissed. I'm livid. But yeah.
Wow.
Just be careful, guys. You know, nothing in life is free. I entered a competition myself, and that's how I ended up in this position. I'm embarrassed to say that. But yeah, just be careful. You know, I'm only 33. I mean, people talk about like this happening to older people, but it's happening to me. It's only been a year, and it's happened twice. Built 2 accounts up to 3,000 and gone. And all these people are now going to get scammed because of me. It feels horrible, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But, yeah. I totally forgot about it. I've just been trying to block it out. I'm one of those.
Right.
I don't want to think about it.
I was supposed to remind you for us.
I forgot. I didn't even say anything. Yeah. But yeah, very important. Unsubscribe from Victoria Lee Creates on Instagram. It is not me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not doing any giveaways, any competitions, nothing.
Right. Right. All right, you guys, with that, we'll be back in the morning at 9 a.m. See y'all. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. Tomorrow.
Have a great day, everyone. Thank you for joining us, and hit the like button on your way out. Thank you.
Yes, please do.